The movie begins with Nina, residing in a small rented house with her husband Alex. During a moment together, Alex scolds Nina upon receiving another bill from the bank, threatening repossession if left unpaid. Nina feels disheartened by this, but Alex swiftly apologizes. Alex, a university lecturer specializing in chinology, holds a position of authority in their lives. Interestingly, Nina herself is a student at the university where Alex teaches. When asked by her friend Laura why she married Alex, Nina compares him to a prince from ancient times, evoking admiration. After the class, when Nina leaves, at that moment, Alex informed Nina about an opportunity for a foreign language translation job at a bank, facilitated by his friend who worked there. Given Alex's busy schedule and hopes for debt concessions, he encouraged Nina to take the job. Motivated by her desire to support her husband and alleviate his burden, Nina accepted the assignment. Soon enough, she found herself at the bank, ready to commence her new role. To her astonishment, Nina discovered that the bank's leader was none other than Sergey, whom she had encountered casually on the street just the day before. Despite their prior brief interaction, they maintained professionalism as they attended to a visiting delegation from China. Throughout the day's proceedings, they found themselves gradually forming a bond amidst their shared responsibilities. Sergey's colleagues began to take notice of the growing closeness between Sergey and Nina, which raised eyebrows among them. To understand this situation better, it's important to delve into Sergey's background. Sergey, a husband and father, is married to a woman of considerable beauty, though not quite on par with someone from the past. Despite her own charms, Sergey's wife often felt neglected due to his apparent prioritization of work over family. Encouraged by his friend, Sergey began to show more interest in Nina's company. This newfound attention culminated in Sergey inviting Nina to dinner, a setting in which Nina initially intended to negotiate a reduction in Sergey's debt with the bank. However, Sergey seemed disinterested in discussing such matters, instead opting to enjoy their time together. As their interactions continued, Sergey proposed further outings for fun, but Nina declined, feeling somewhat humiliated by Sergey's apparent lack of seriousness regarding her intentions. As Nina parted ways with Sergey, he expressed his genuine interest in her and left the door open for her to reach out anytime she wished. Upon returning home, Nina recounted her day to Alex, but in the process, she made a mistake that triggered Alex's anger once again, frustrated by her husband's constant disapproval. Nina chose not to disclose Sergey's invitation to Alex. Days passed, and the recurring bank bill arrived once more, prompting Nina to consider reaching out to Sergey for assistance. However, hesitance held her back initially, unsure of how to proceed. Eventually, Nina found herself compelled to contact Sergey. After some deliberation, they arranged to meet at a designated location, leading them to reunite once again. At that moment, Sergey promptly reached out to the bank to negotiate an extension for Nina's repayment period. Afterwards, he invited Nina to share a meal, during which he candidly expressed that he didn't expect anything in return from her. Impressed by Sergey's selflessness, Nina felt deeply touched by his words. After their meal, they parted ways, and Nina returned home. Upon her return, Alex informed Nina about the bank's relief, leaving her conflicted about whether to feel relieved or not, given her interactions with Sergey. Meanwhile, Sergey returned home to his wife, who grew suspicious of his different sense. Despite Sergey's attempt to explain, his wife chose to believe him. As days passed, Nina grappled with feelings of guilt for her actions towards Alex in contemplation about her relationship with Sergey. Unexpectedly, Sergey reached out to Nina once again, arranging a meeting at a predetermined time and place. At that moment, Nina declined Sergey's invitation, but he reassured her that he would patiently wait for her whenever she was ready. Despite this, Nina chose to bid farewell to Alex and head towards Laura's place. However, as Nina approached Laura's location, she was startled by mysterious whispers urging her to meet Sergey, insisting that he could offer assistance. Torn, Nina eventually found herself face-to-face with Sergey, agreeing to meet again the following day. Yet, upon arriving at their designated meeting spot, Nina was surprised to find everything canceled without prior notice. It transpired that Sergey had been preoccupied caring for his sick child, a detail he hadn't communicated to Nina. Days passed, and Sergey remained silent about the situation, leaving Nina consumed by thoughts of him. As Nina's health deteriorated, she eventually fainted, prompting Alex, her husband, to take her for medical treatment and provide care and support. Amidst her high fever, Nina confessed to Alex about her involvement with other individuals, which shattered Alex's heart, leading him to throw her out. Confused and lost, Nina didn't know where to turn next. Seeking solace, Nina reached out to Sergei. Upon meeting him, she confided in him about her situation. Sergei, feeling sorry for Nina, pledged to protect her and offered her an apartment to live in. As time passed, Sergei and Nina's bond grew stronger. One night, Alex unexpectedly appeared at Nina's apartment, pleading with her to distance herself from Sergei and reminding her of their marital bond. However, Nina found solace and contentment in her relationship with Sergei, unwilling to heed Alex's plea. While Sergei slept, his phone rang, prompting his wife to answer and pass it to him. Upon learning of Nina's distress, Sergei hurried to her side. That evening, Nina revealed to Sergei everything that had transpired with Alex. As Nina disclosed that she tested positive, Sergei assured her that he would take full responsibility for the situation. Returning home, Sergei found his wife in tears, seemingly aware of his actions, and urged him to face the consequences. Night fell, and Alex was confronted by two unknown individuals who turned out to be acting on Sergei's orders. 5 years elapsed. Nina was seen embracing her child, while Sergei enjoyed time with his family. On one occasion, Nina and Sergei attended a party where Alex also appeared. Despite their tumultuous history, the three of them interacted as if their past issues had evaporated, appearing closely intertwined. However, an urgent matter arose for Sergei, prompting him to depart abruptly, leaving Alex and Nina together. Shortly after Sergei's departure, Nina returned home, leaving Alex alone once again.